In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Houston versus Illinois. The South region continues with round 2 action as 5th-seeded Houston gets set to clash with 4th-seeded Illinois. The Cougars come into this winners of 10 out of their last 11 games, including an opening round win over UAB, 82-68. Illinois heads into this matchup after a hard-fought 54-53 win over a formidable Chattanooga squad in the first round. Illinois is now 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Cougars have won 10 of their last 11 games and 8 of their last 10 games away from home. They are playing very well offensively, scoring more than 79 points per game while making 49% of their shots in their last 3 games. They are very aggressive on the offensive glass, grabbing more than 12 offensive boards per game, which will give them extra scoring opportunities. They also did a great job protecting the ball in their last 3 games, turning it over less than 10 times per game, and won't give the Fighting Illini a lot of easy scoring opportunities. The Fighting Illini play well defensively, but they aren't as efficient away from home and will have a hard time slowing down the Cougars in this game. The Fighting Illini usually play well offensively, but they struggled in recent games, scoring less than 65 points per game while making only 38% of their shots. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Cougars and they're careless with the ball. The Cougars have one of the best defenses in the country. They force a lot of turnovers and held 8 of their last 9 opponents under 70 points, so expect them to keep Illinois offense in check. Illinois has one of the best players in the country in Kofi Cockburn, who is an absolute force down low. However, the Fighting Illini just hasn't looked as strong over the past few weeks as they were bounced early from the Big Ten tournament by Indiana and had their hands full with Chattanooga. Houston has been great on both ends of the court this season, and as I think their defense give an Illinois team that has averaged just 62.8 PPG over their last 4 games trouble. Illinois really struggled in their opening game and was lucky to come away with the victory. Houston played very well against UAB and was able to do what they wanted on the offensive end. So the Houston Cougars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Houston is averaging nearly 77 points per game in its last 10 wins. Illinois will have to rely on shooters like Plummer and Trent Frazier to knock down open shots in this game, or it could get away from them very quickly. Excluding Plummer against Chattanooga, the Fighting Illini shot 0 for 9 from 3-point range. They will need to find more production from beyond the arc against Houston. I think they will push over 60 points in this game given the number of open looks that Cockburn should create with his inside presence. Houston is playing at a high level right now, particularly at the offensive end, so I fully expect them to hit the high 70s once again, which should push the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Florida versus Xavier. It's a second-round matchup on the hardwood in the Buckeye State as the Southeastern Conference takes the floor against the Big East in a National Invitation Tournament matchup. The Florida Gators are on the road as they make the trip to face the Xavier Musketeers Sunday afternoon. Florida held on to beat Iona 79-74 at home in their first-round matchup Wednesday night in their previous contest. Xavier held off Cleveland State 72-68 at home in their first-round clash Tuesday night. The all-time series between the programs is even with 2 victories apiece. In the most recent meeting, it was the Gators winning 70-65 on the road back on November 24, 2019. Both of these teams had hopes of making the NCAA tournament this season but were unable to finish the season strong enough. Both teams played very close games in the first round of the National Invitation Tournament, but Florida played the tougher opponent. Xavier won its opening game of the National Invitation Tournament, but the Musketeers struggled down the stretch, losing 6 of their final 7 games of the regular season before defeating Cleveland State by 4 points. Xavier has failed to cover the spread in 16 of its last 21 overall and in 10 of its last 12 at home. Florida already has 1 game under its belt without its head coach, but this will be the first game that Xavier must play with an interim head coach, and that will affect the Musketeers. Florida's defense is 70th in the nation in points allowed at just 65.5 per game, and the Gators will use their tough man-to-man plan as a way to force poor shot selection by Xavier, who as a team is shooting only 44.5%, which is 153rd in the country. Xavier is 14-5 at home this season. However, this is a Musketeers team that really struggled down the stretch of the season and come into this game losing 8 of their last 11 games. Florida has a solid defense that should give Xavier some trouble, and as I think Colin Castleton will be able to put up a big game in this one. The Florida Gators to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The total has finished over in 5 of Xavier's last 6 played at home, as well as in 5 of the last 7 that the Musketeers have played at home against a team that has a losing record on the road. Florida has seen the total finish over in 5 of its last 6 and in 4 of the last 5 that the Gators played on the road as the underdog. Xavier will be playing under an interim coach after Travis Steele agreed to step down on Wednesday as the head coach. The over has cashed in 5 of Florida's last 6 as well as in 5 of Xavier's last 6 played at home. The over has also cashed in 7 of Xavier's last 10 overall. Xavier is scoring an average of 74 points per game, while Florida is scoring an average of 70 points per game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Ohio State versus Villanova, a second-round South matchup between two power conference teams. Ohio State and Villanova will take place on Sunday afternoon. The 7th-seeded Buckeyes out of the Big Ten come in after dropping Loyola of Chicago 54-41 on Friday afternoon. The 2nd-seeded Villanova Wildcats out of the Big East come in after taking out Delaware 80-60 on Friday afternoon. The Wildcats have won 11 of their last 12 games. They are playing well offensively, scoring more than 70 points per game while making 44% of their shots. They are very aggressive on the offensive glass, which will give them more scoring opportunities. They are also very careful with the ball and won't give the Buckeyes a lot of easy scoring opportunities. Even though the Buckeyes played well defensively against the Blue Hens in their last game, they struggled in their previous 6 games and will have a hard time slowing down the Wildcats in this game. The Buckeyes have also played well offensively, scoring more than 70 points per game while making 47% of their shots. They don't rebound the ball as well as the Wildcats and won't get a lot of extra scoring opportunities. The Wildcats have dominated opponents defensively in recent games, holding 4 of their last 5 opponents to 60 points or less, and won't have trouble slowing down the Buckeyes. Although the Buckeyes are 13-6 against the spread in their last 19 neutral site games, they are 2-10 against the spread in their last 12 NCAA tournament games. The Wildcats are 17-5 against the spread in their last 22 NCAA tournament games, and are 16-5 against the spread in their last 21 NCAA tournament games as a favorite. Villanova is by far the better team here, so Villanova to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Buckeyes are averaging 74 points per game and 71 points per game away from home. They play at a very slow pace, averaging 67.4 possessions per game. They are facing a Villanova team that is holding opponents to 63 points per game and will be held under their average in this game. The Wildcats are averaging 73 points per game and 69.8 points per game away from home. They play at an even slower pace, averaging 66 possessions per game, with the Buckeyes giving up 68 points per game. The Wildcats won't score enough points to push the score. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.